Hello everybody, welcome to GT Champions Porsche Cup, presented by RWB Racing and powered by HyPrix. I am your host, Presidio Dog, also known as Chris Ball, and it's good to have all of you around. So, once again, the game kind of let us down in some aspects, but we actually ended up getting our Division 2 race started with 14 drivers this time around, which was good. Polyphony, if you're listening, get us some lobbies, man. We got some work to do over here, and you got some work to do over there. So, that being said, welcome everybody to GT Champions. This is the Porsche Cup. We are at round 2, and we are at Laguna Seca, one of my favorite tracks, and it is a ton of fun in this car. Of course, the track is a little bit more unforgiving when you set a foot just in the wrong spot. The sand reaches out, it grabs all of your car and yanks you right in, and there's nothing you're going to do about it. It's just the way that track is. So up at the let's just take a look at where we're at today. So just like I said, we're at Laguna. We are all in the Porsche, of course. 2 times fuel, 2 times tire wear, no requirements whatsoever on pit strategies. Run what you want, when you want, and how you want, as long as you don't take other cars out in the process, right? So, any case, so here's our driver lineup. On the right-hand side of your screen is not our grid order. We're going to go over that in a minute. Sorry, my audio cut out there for a second. We're going to go over there, over the grid here in just a moment. Take a look at the cars before we get started. We were only missing 2 drivers out of the whole lot, and it was Emotep. Actually, I think Emotep was the only driver missing actually out of the group. We tried to start the lobby, and we couldn't start it when that particular driver was in the lobby. It's just a server issue. And hopefully you all are patient with us. There's nothing we can do about it here at GTC. That's all on the servers that that Polyphony is running. So the Gran Turismo developers. So we just have to go with what we got. But in any case, let's go down and take a look at all the cars on the grid. So let's pull up. Got a guy down on the grid.
In just a
His
moment.
name is me. So hang on. Let me do this right. Here we go. On the grid, we're going to do a quick little walkthrough of the drivers. So first up on the pole, we have Art Woolley and the in the 103 Porsche. Well, that is the wrong one. Stand by for just a second. I made a boo-boo. Stand by. Where did my video go? Oh, okay. Stand by. Let's get this right. Sorry, folks. Sometimes we get a little bit discombobulated because, we don't have all of our stuff in order, right? It's just how it is. All right, let's see. We got... I think this will do. Hopefully this comes out right, folks. Well, we're down here on the grid. First up in P1 is going to be Joey Cannoli with RWB in the number 12 Porsche. Right next to him on the front row, or slightly behind him, is Apex's Badass, who is in P2. In P3 is yours truly, Presidio Dog from RWB. Next up in position 4 is going to be Colin. After Colin, we're going to have ourselves our first Sector 1 guy. Actually, the only Sector 1 guy. This would be Carbon Boy. Then we have another Apex driver, and that's Tattooed Freak. Love that dude. After that, we have another RWB driver. That is Chevy in his number 55 Porsche. After that, we're going to have Venom or Nigel here with HBR and RWB. He's running in 8th. In 9th position is going to be J-Rod from RWB, also the RWB captain there. And next up is going to be green in the 10th spot here in the number 27 Porsche. I kind of like that livery. It's kind of cool. Is that lemons? It does say lemons. All right. After green, we've got Rabo Sport, who is in P11. After Rabo Sport, we got G-Man in P12. Then after that, we've got Agorsky in P13, the other HBR driver and RWB World Cup designer. And last but certainly not least, we have ART's Wooly. Right here is the guy that we miss, and that is going to be Renegade, or HBR Emotep. Couldn't get him into the lobby today, so we just have to picture and imagine what might be here. All right, back up to the booth. All right, thanks, Chris. That was a really great job you just did right there. Anyway, I'm sorry. I kid. So yeah, this is the race we're going to do here at Laguna. It's cloudy and cold for the start of this race. Should warm up towards the end of the race. But we can't not talk about probably the brains behind all of the graphics here, and that is HyPrix. Pixteca, or my man Julio over there at HyPrix does all the graphics for GT Champions. And so if you want your stuff to look awesome like this is the guy you need to reach out to. There's the links right up there. Twitter and Instagram is hy_pre. You can find him there, or come to our Discord, discord.gtchampions.com. And you come in there, you can find him all day long. He's very active in there, and you'll be able to find him. So HyPrix, thanks a lot again. Check them out. They got some really cool iRacing stuff that they do too. So if you're into that, check them out. All right. So we are going to start this race here. I've got the rebroadcast all set up. Now keep in mind, because this is a rebroadcast, we don't have the live timing between the drivers. We'll do what we can and go from there. All right, let's get over here onto the track. All right, who's ready? I'm not going to start it till somebody in the chat that's watching this video says go, 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 or green, green, green. I know there's several of you out there, so as soon as you say green, I'm going to start this bad boy. Except I'm needing my audio from the track. Stand by. My audio is not working. Chevy says green. Fantastic. Where is my audio, folks? It's not here. Stand by. There we go. All right, I found the audio. All right. Yep, I can hear the cars in the background. Let's... All right, folks. Here we go. And we're off. And Obi-Wan, who had the pole, loses out to Apex. Presidio Dog hot on his tail into turn 1. And into turn... Oh, it looks like Colin gets in underneath Presidio, but they are too wide through turns 1 and 2. Presidio is still on the inside. It's not a great place to be, but it looks like Colin's going to get the move done. Well, maybe not. Let's see here. Where'd Colin go? There he goes. Oh, Presidio hits the dirt. Colin comes around. Oh, no, Colin doesn't come around. Now it looks like Chevy is trying to get a move inwards here. Or, sorry, I don't know what's happening here. Who is... Okay, Freak. Tattooed Freak is the one that's getting in there. Let's get on board where we can see what's going on. Whoa, Tattooed Freaks get a little wide through there. And that lets Chevy come up and take the spot away from him. Oh, no. Okay, that was a lot of bumping and banging going on in there. Do we all make it through the first one? We sort of get through. Everyone gets through. All right, cool. So up front, Badass takes the lead already over Obi-Wan Kenoly, also known as Joey Kenoly. Presidio Dog in third, Colin in fourth, Chevy in fifth. That's your top 5 heading across the first lap. Looks like everyone has kind of held it together. So let's see if we can keep an eye on anything, any close passes going on here. Looks like Carbon Boys dropped a few spots somewhere for some reason. J-Rod is Mr. Jones here on your screen. Well, I guess I could change that, the nickname. I think I can change to... Nope, I can't. That's right. It's a replay. We can't do that either. All right. Well, looks like all the cars have already spaced themselves out pretty good. Actually, it looks like G-Man and Igorski and Robbo are kind of having a little bit of a battle here. Let's take a look here and see what we got going on here. This is GT7, not GT Sport. Oh yeah, Average Viper did have to bail out of the race. That's right. It got started really late. We had to do all kinds of stuff to get this working. So, apologize for that. All right, let's see. Where's Colin? Let's go up to the front. So there's Badass coming around to complete lap 2. He's got a huge gap over Joey Cannoli. Joey Cannoli looks like he got a little bit loose, and Presidio Dog is right up to his rear bumper. Let's see here. Is this going to be an overtake? It doesn't look like it. Colin late on the brakes, diving down in there. Look at that. He closed up all on top of these two, and he is right there now. This is going to be, yeah, Colin is quick. He's one of the really fast Australians, and he'll be out here, and he'll be turning some really serious laps for sure. Let's see. They spaced out a little bit again here. Trying to keep an eye on anything that might be happening. It looks like G-Man and Higginbotham are kind of hanging out together there. Tattooed Freak is struggling. He's way in the back. I think he must have gotten knocked off or he went off the track, is my guess. So Joey Cannoli still in first. There is Presidio Dog in third. Colin in fourth. Colin is all over Presidio Dog. This is the thing about this track. We talked about this during the interview earlier in the week in the GTC news broadcast, and all the drivers have been talking about it all over the chats, and that is this race is going to be a race of attrition. You know, it's who's going to get out of the race with the least amount of mistakes. So. Yeah, that's what we're going to be looking at. Let's see. Chevy's got Nigel, who's also Venom, right there from HBR and RWB and whatever else. He's looking for a spot there. Now, he had an interesting tire strategy at the Spa race last week, and so it'll be interesting to... Oh, let's go on board here. It looks like... Looks like Colin was just trying to get in there. Presidio Dog is kind of gets thrown out of the racing line there. Oh, this is oh boy. Oh, that okay. Let's go back and watch that again. What the heck happened there? Okay, not this one. I want to see what happened after that. Going up the hill. Let's see. Who was that? That was Carbon Boy. There we go. All right. So, Carbon Boy on the outside. Oh no. Okay, I don't know what happened there. That was weird. It's almost like Presidio caught the back end of his car, but I don't know how that worked. We'll deal with that one later. Let's continue on racing. But Presidio Dog drops back 3 spots into 5th, or no, 2 spots into 5th, and now he's got Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones looking for that 5th spot. Let's go on board with J-Rod here as he tries to battle his way through the track. You can see in his rear view camera there, he's got Colin right on his bumper. So he's staying the inside, hugging the inside. Colin is right there. Look at that. That's a cool camera angle. Colin on the outside looking for maybe a late turn in, but nope. J-Rod covers the apex nicely and keeps Colin back behind him. It's kind of fun. From the inside, we can see what's going on in front and behind in the same image. So, all right. Yeah, this is a fun course, but you can see all of this sand is so unforgiving. It's very easy to go right off the track and off into no man's land. And it happened to several drivers during the race. All right, let's get on to the up front here and take a look. So Badass is way out front. He's all the way down the corkscrew. Joey Canoli just entering it. So there's your gap there. And Chevy now up into third with Nigel in fourth, right behind him. Presidio Dog in fifth with J-Rod in sixth. Colin in seventh. There's Green. There's a yellow flag. Why is there a yellow flag? Did someone go off the track? I didn't see anybody go off the track. Oh, looks like... No, it looks like Igorski's got a 2-second penalty for something. He's going to serve that right now, and that'll be it for him. In that little battle, he's going to have to catch back up to everybody. Chevy must have been the one that went off the track because he's got damage to the front end of his car, and he was all the way up in like third, so that must have been what happened. We missed that. There's Wooly, and there is Robbo. I don't remember when it's going to happen, but we did have a couple of drivers, I believe, that disconnected from the race. So hopefully we'll be able to capture that timing. If you look at the map in the top right, Badass is into the corkscrew. Now Joey Canoli's still climbing the hill to get there. That's how far ahead he's gotten. And then to lead the rest of the pack, there is Venom in P3. There's Presidio's made his way back up to P4 because... Wait a minute. How did J-Rod get into 6th? Oh, yeah, that's right. I think he went off the track a little bit. It's really hard to capture all of these things because we don't have replay, so I apologize for that. Oh, J-Rod in the dirt again. He's struggling to... Wow. That was close. These Porsches are a lot of fun to watch, and they're a lot of fun to drive. They're a little slidey when they get under those worn tires. You know what? Let's see. Since this is a replay, we can actually drop the banner here so you guys can see. So Badass is on the soft tires, which explains his departure from the rest of the pack. Obi-Wan is on the mediums. And Nigel also on the mediums. Presidio Dog also on the mediums. Colin's on the mediums. I think probably everybody's going to be on the mediums. Yeah, there's Green. And then there is Mr. Jones, or J-Rod. G-Man. Oh, G-Man is on the soft tire. Okay, so first and eighth are the only soft tires so far. Chevy's on the mediums. Igorski. Wooly is on the hard tire. That's an interesting choice. So I'm not sure. Okay, so the hard tires it is. Those things, they'll definitely last a lot longer. They're going to turn some slower lap times as a result of that. But that's what we say about this series. Do what you want with what you want when you want to do it. So Tattooed Freak on the soft tires making his way back up. He's gained a couple of spots actually. After his mishap. In fact, he's about to overtake, looks like he's about to overtake Wooly. And he is on the soft tire, Wooly on the hard tire. It's not going to be too difficult of an overtake. So let's take a look here. Wooly is making some pretty good time on those hard tires. But under braking, that Tattooed Freak just gets such a better grip on those tires. Let me take a look at some of this. Take a look at some of this chat going on. Presidio Dog is a dirty driver. I'm not a dirty driver. All right, let's see. Up front, we got, we're probably not going to see much of these two, Badass and Obi-Wan, because they are way out ahead of the pack. Let's take a look back here. So there is Higginbotham, and there is Presidio not far behind, and right behind him you can see Colin coming through. There's Colin. And then Mr. Green, and looks like J-Rod. Oh, looked like J-Rod was going to stick his nose in there and maybe grab that spot. It didn't work out. Let's keep an eye out here on Green, who is in P6. He's running on the medium tires. So is J-Rod there. So we'll keep an eye on that. Well, I don't know what to keep an eye on. The cars are getting kind of spread out. Let's see. Up here, actually. Green gets a little loose. Oh, yellow flag. Oh no, Colin off the track. Let's go back and see what happened there. Did he catch the curb or something? Oh, sausage curves. That'll do it to you every time. And into the grass he goes. Ah! Yeah, that stuff is hard to get out of. Now he's waiting to make sure that nobody is going to get killed when he comes pulling out onto the track. He is going to have some dirty tire. Oh! I hate trying to get this car out of the dirt. It's so hard. Ah, okay. Quick, look away, look away, look away. All right, well, let's give up proper view to the guy up front. Let's go on board with Badass for a lap here and see how he handles these soft tires. And I'm going to just crank up the volume, let you guys listen. How's that sound? That's a lap on board, the leader. I hate don't have the camera angles. All right, Joey Cannoli still out front. Presidio Doc. Okay, I guess I missed it. Presidio Doc's up into third now, so something happened to Venom here. My guess is off track. That seems to be the prevailing way that people are losing positions on the track, because passing somebody on track is a whole lot harder than just waiting for them to fall off. Let's see, Sam, do you not see... you should be all able to see the tire wear and damage on the cars, so hopefully something's not right. Let me know if you guys see it, and make sure that you can still see all of that information. So J-Rod up into 5th position. So by the looks of things, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 RWB guys from 2nd to 5th. We got an Apex at 1st and holding the fastest lap. There's that bonus point. All right. Let's see. Green is. See? That just wants to tear you apart. So G-Man is going to take the spot away. And that's how you make passes at Laguna. You wait, and then the person makes a mistake, and that's when you pass. All right, Chevy down into 8th spot. He's on his personal best lap right now, so that's kind of cool. All right, anything else going on? We don't look like we have too many cars that are close to each other right now. Let me go down the field here in P2. There is Joey Cannoli, also known as Obi-Wan Cannoli. There's myself in 3rd. Venom is in 4th. Jones. Oh, I love that camera angle right there. That is one of my favorites. And G-Man is in 6th now over Green. Got around him on that little step into the sand. And it looks like Chevy is gaining. I don't remember him being this close to Green. So Chevy now up in 8th. He looks like he's gaining. It's hard to tell. We'll have to keep an eye on that, but everyone is really spaced out. So now it's just everybody doing their best to drive on the asphalt and not touch the sand and make their way around the course. Colin's got a lot of ground to make up after getting off track there. A lot of people have. I think that's what happened to Tattooed Freak maybe at the beginning. Oh no! He's off again in the corkscrew. That corkscrew is dangerous. And now Carbon Boy now sees an opportunity to close up. Is Tattooed Freak going to let him by? I hate this camera. Why can't I choose my cameras? Freak goes wide, and Carbon Boy slips right underneath. And he'll take that spot away, up into 11th. So next stop he's got to find is Colin and to try to get into that top 10. And who's that back there? That is Wooly back there on the hard tires. And he's kind of making them work with this group of guys. He's still kind of hanging out there, so that's kind of fun. I like to see it. I like to see all the different strategies out there. And Robbo's had a few off-track moments that has him in the rear of the field, and he's probably about a sector ahead of the leader. So he'll be keeping an eye out there. So back up front. That is building a huge lead. He's already through turn 1 and 2 and into turn 3, while Joey Cannoli is just going through turn 2 now. So there's a sizable gap there. Joey Cannoli, known this guy for years. He's raced with RWB, and he has come a long way, and he is so fast and consistent. That's one of the things I kind of like about the guy. He's quiet. He was in the chat last night with all the racers. Wasn't making a peep. He was just dead on focused, and that's what you get. You get to ride up in the front with nobody in your way and nobody behind you, and get to turn your laps. Presidio, on the other hand, made some mistakes during the race. That's me. One of the challenges of being the race organizer is having to do a few things in the middle of the race that you don't want to do. Hey, it is what it is, right? And then Mr. Jones, he is the captain for RWB, and the big boss man, the HMFIC, the king, the prince, whatever you want to call him. They're running in 4th position there on those medium tires. Now, what'll be interesting is Badass is on the soft tire. I don't know. Let's take a look at his tires, actually. I mean, look at those. Those are 25% gone. Right rear, for sure, is 25% or more, closer to 30. And he's going to have to pit eventually, but he's got such a gigantic lead over everybody that I don't know that he's going to have a problem overcoming that. Joey Cannoli on the medium tires, which still look great, so I don't see him going anywhere for a while. I don't want to imagine we'll see him in the pits for a while. Probably at least not till the middle of the race. Presidio Dog medium tires look about the same. So he and Joey Cannoli on pretty much the same tire combination. Mr. Jones. Okay, I want to show you something. Okay, here's my tires. These are my tires. Now, maybe you can't see it. If you're on a little tiny phone screen, you may not notice the difference, but there's a gigantic difference between my tires here and his tires, like by 5%. It has been said, I don't know how many times about J-Rod, that he is the tire whisperer. Like, he can make those tires just last for the longest time, and yeah, he's doing a really good job with those. All right, G-Man on the soft tire up into 5th place. So G-Man having a great race. He is on the soft tire. I don't know if he's trying to do a 2-stop or if he's going to run these things for like 20 minutes, which we've been in 20 minutes already. If he was going to pit and run the mediums the rest of the race, or what he's going to do. So we'll keep an eye on that. But those tires are starting to look about as bad as badasses are. Chevy looking pretty good on those medium tires also. He's definitely closing on these two. Remember, he was closing on green, and he's around green by a lot. So I think Chevy has got some real pace here, and it's starting to show. Oh, until you do stuff like that. Until you do stuff like that. Clean those tires off. Make it through the corner. So Chevy will be looking for G-Man in the next couple of laps, I'm sure. Let's take a look a little bit further back. Venom in 8th. Kind of all by himself. Colin up into 9th. Carbon Boy has made it into the top 10, so he's gotten around Tattooed Freak, and he is in the top 10. Tattooed Freak is probably about second and a half back, not that far, and he's got Nagorski on his tail, so now he's in the middle of a red, white, and black car sandwich. The cars have the same colors, just varying a little bit. Where's Wooly? There's Wooly on the hard tires still, and he's still up with these guys at the back of the pack, right? Like, he's not racing good. He is there with everybody. Now, those hard tires have got to be slippery. I mean, he's on his best lap right now by 2/10. Unfortunately, in the replays, it doesn't show us what people's lap times are, which is another thing, Polyphony, if you're listening, we would love to have in replays is the lap times these drivers are dealing with. And, oh, look, Tattooed Freak into the pits, all on the soft tire at about the 23-minute mark. My assumption is that he'll probably switch to the medium tire. We'll see. We'll try to catch this. I like the pit stops. It's fun to get a good look at the cars. He's probably going to come in on the soft tire. Well, he is on the soft tire. And probably throw on the medium tires. And maybe, is he going to top off on some fuel? Does he think he's going to try to go the whole rest of the way? No gas, just tires. So, and he throws on fresh softs. Okay, so he's going to do half a tank of fuel on the softs, and he's going to do another 20 minutes. So it looks like he's going to do a 2-stopper on the softs. So we'll see how that works out for him later in the race. Meanwhile, up front in no man's land, we've got 24 minutes in, and Badass up to, he's not far. He can see the lap traffic in front of him, which is Robbo. So he sees that car. So we'll be seeing that. Actually, that's Tattooed Freak, because Tattooed Freak just came out of the pits. But those soft tires are probably screaming at him 24 minutes in. Now, I don't know if he's planning on doing a 1-stop on just the softs. Is he going to go another 6 minutes on these soft tires? Or is he going to switch to the mediums and take those the rest of the way? That'll be interesting to see. We'll keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, I don't see any reason Joey Cannoli is going to pit, because he's got plenty of fuel and plenty of tires to keep on trucking along. Presidio Dog's in the same boat. He's got nothing to pit for. Mr. Jones, also nothing to pit for. Wow, look at that. He's got like 5/8 of a tank of gas. And Joey Cannoli and Presidio Dog are both at a half a tank or less. So is Badass. But Mr. Jones, he's got himself a whole extra 1/8 of a tank of fuel that nobody else has. And that counts for something in the pits, because, man, it's so slow. It's so slow when they fill those cars. Anyway, I see that our captain is watching, so maybe we'll let him see his car coming across the finish line here. If there's any cars you guys specifically want to know more about, send us a message in the chat here. Got a lot of you watching on YouTube, a couple of you on Facebook, and we've got one watching on our Twitch channel. So I can see all of those chats right here from my Restream bot. So make sure to hit us up here. All right, and of course, make sure to like and subscribe things. All right, so we're gonna do the Team HyPrix run down the order. It's not an official thing. I just came up with it because I had nothing else to do. So I'm gonna take this down. I'm gonna go down the order. Brought to you by HyPrix. All right, so Apex Badass up to, well, still up front. He's been up there the entire race. He hasn't even, into the pit he goes. All right, so we'll keep an eye on that. Let's see, does Joey Cannoli follow suit? He does not, so he stays out. Where does Presidio Dog come in? Does he come in? He's coming around the final corner. The pit lane is off to the left, and that car goes to the right. So Mr. Jones, let's see if he's going to pit. He is on the medium tire. I don't think he'll pit either. He doesn't. Let's go catch Apex Badass's pit stop there. Off with the soft tires, and he's going to get probably more soft tires and just enough fuel to get through the race. So we'll keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, Joey Cannoli now is our new leader until the pit cycles go through, I'm sure. But Joey Cannoli up front for RWB. Presidio Dog in P2 from RWB. And J-Rod from RWB in third. There is G-Man. I forget what... is there a Team G-Man's on? I don't remember if T's on there, but... yep. And then, so Badass comes out of the pits in fifth. So he comes out ahead of Colin by a turn. There he goes around the corner, and there is Colin. So... so Badass does switch to the medium tire, so he's going the distance. That was his final pit stop, so I don't see him going back in again. He's got fuel, he's got tires, so it looks like he's going the distance. Colin, he'll still have a pit stop to do for sure. So will Chevy. Everybody will, because nobody else is pit yet. You can't make it around on one tank of gas in this race. I don't care how much fuel you save. Well, I guess you could. You just would have a terrible race. Wooly up into 11th spot on those hard tires. Look at him go. There's barely any red on those guys, and he's made his way all the way to 11th from last place. Igorski in 12th, Tattooed Freak in 13th, and 14th we lost, which I forget who the first driver was that disappeared. I think that was... Let me take a look. I think that was... Was that Robbo? Yeah, I think that was Robbo. Robbo was 14th, and he is off the map. And I think he disconnected from the race. So no, that's not right. That's not right. I don't know who left. I can't keep track anymore. It's too hard. Hold on, let's see. I don't see Robbo on the map. So in my replay, he gone. But he was there longer than several other drivers, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that's all about. Anyway, Joey Cannoli in the house. I think Joey Cannoli's actually here watching the race right now. So Joey Cannoli representing for sure. Let's see, Presidio Dog in second. Let's see, Joey Cannoli didn't pit yet. Presidio hasn't pit yet. We're not halfway through the race yet, so. The medium tire starters aren't gonna exit the track for tires any time before the 30-minute mark ever. Badass is up into fourth now because I think one of the other pits went through. There's Colin coming into the final turn. You know what? I don't know about the rest of you guys, but the final turn and the corkscrew are my favorite parts of the track. I just like the feel of the corkscrew when you get it right. So we got pit stops happening. Okay, here we go. Carbon Boy's in on the mediums, Higginbotham's in on the mediums, and G-Man is in on the softs. Who went first? I'm gonna switch back and forth till I can figure out which one of these guys is the... Oh, a G-Man came in with a penalty. Yikes. Looking for pit stops. Where's the car? There's one. There's Carbon Boy getting his pit stop done. And there is Nigel getting his pit stop done. G-Man's getting his done. That means Carbon Boy is out. We're still waiting for Igorski to get in there. Nigel's filling up. G-Man is filling up. All right, so, wait a minute. Did Igorski... There he is. Got to get these pit stops because they're awesome. They've made them so much better in GT7, that's in my opinion. All right, so Obi-Wan out on track. That car in front of him is... Who the heck is that? Is that Carbon Boy? Oh yeah, that is Carbon Boy. Okay, Carbon Boy just pit, that's why. Joey Cannoli has not pit yet. So that explains why that's happening. All right, so Joey Cannoli on the medium tires. And Carbon Boy's getting that blue flag waved at him. So we'll see how this plays out here. Inside the car of our current leader. On some pretty tired medium tires. And there's a yellow flag up in front of him, so somebody must have gone off the track. Yeah, someone went off the track and turned at the final turn. Who was it? I don't even see it. It shows the arrow up there that they did it. Well, that was weird. All right, Presidio in second, coming into the final corner. And then where is Mr. Jones? There he is. Mr. Jones had a little bit of an off-track moment, but back on track he goes. There is Colin in fourth. Okay, what is going on here? There's Robbo in fifth. Apex, Carbon Boy, G-Man. Where is our leader? Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that. Badass ended up getting disconnected. That's why we don't see him too. We lost a few drivers. I think we lost. Yeah, we lost Badass, and we lost Chevy. No, there's Chevy. Okay. Okay, I'm so confused. All right, so let's get up here. All right, so there's Joey Cannoli in first. He hasn't pit yet. We're 33 minutes in. Does he pit now? I think he's gonna go, he might go a little bit longer. We'll see. Nope, and he goes. Okay, so into the pit stops Joey Cannoli goes. Does Presidio Dog follow him in, or does he stay out? I don't know what he's going to do. I mean, I don't remember what I did. I should say that. All right, J-Rod's coming around, and he is not looking to go into the pits either. So Joey Cannoli is into the pit box. He goes from the lead, and he will hand that lead over to Presidio Dog for the meanwhile, and to J-Rod. So Presidio Dog now in first. He's got some lap traffic up in front of him, but most of that traffic has pit already. So Presidio Dog still just has not pit. Mr. Jones should pop into... That was not Mr. Jones. That was somebody else. That was Venom. There is Mr. Jones. That's more fun to say than J-Rod, actually. Mr. Jones. I like it. Anyway, and Joey Cannoli comes out of the pits in third. And he's actually got a pretty decent gap to fourth place, who hasn't pit yet. So... Tattooed Freak is on the soft tire right now. He is got a long ways to go on those tires. I believe he's doing the two-stopper, so we'll see how that goes. Carbon Boy in sixth. And there's G-Man, and right behind him is Chevy. So we're down to 11 drivers on the track now. There is Nigel with, I don't know who's in front of him, but let's get up to the front here and see what's going on. Okay, so Presidio stays out for another lap. J-Rod into the pits. He goes. So Joey Cannoli now on the soft tire. So he elected to do the mediums on the first stint for about 40 minutes. Actually, he went for about 33 minutes or so. And now he's on the soft tire for 26 minutes. So we'll see how that goes for him. And J-Rod into the pits and getting his service done. So I don't know what the gap is. Let's look on the map here. So Presidio is he's going into turn, is that 2, 3, 4, 5, turn 6? He's heading up the hill in towards the corkscrew. Where is Obi-Wan? He is coming into the final left-hander to head up the hill. Not far behind, but Presidio still has to pit. So Obi-Wan is definitely going to overtake him into the pits. Colin has not pit yet, so he will pit. J-Rod has pit onto the soft tire as well. So Colin's definitely going to lose a spot to J-Rod. Presidio is definitely going to lose a spot to Joey Canoli. So we will see how that goes. And into the pits goes Presidio Dog. So let's keep an eye on Joey Canoli, who's setting a purple lap right now. Let's see if he can get that bonus point when he comes across the line. He's really close. It was like, what, 2 100ths? So he's got to nail this final turn. Let's see if he can get in there. Presidio Dog's still waiting to get to his box. I want to see if he pulls off this. It's going to be no. It was his best lap, but he did not get it done. All right, Presidio getting his pit stop done. Calling it now into the pits. The guys are over the wall and ready to slap on some new tires there. J-Rod now coming into the final turn and coming down the pit straight. Now, here's the trick. Presidio's coming out. There's J-Rod. Let's go with J-Rod. So J-Rod can see, there's Presidio on the pit exit. Can J-Rod get around him in time? J-Rod's probably thinking, let's go get him, let's go get him, let's go get him. But no, it doesn't work. And J-Rod will slot in right behind Presidio. He had a much smaller gap. Oh, Presidio, hang in there. Presidio had a much larger gap to J-Rod going in, but that undercut on the soft tires really made it work. So Mr. Jones on the attack now. Let's see, Chad, I see you in the chat. You are badass, right? I don't, for those of you who aren't on the YouTube, a gentleman named Chad is chatting it up, and I think that's our guy that we're talking about. All right, so Obi-Wan Canoli is dealing with some lap traffic right now, so we'll see what's going on there. Meanwhile, Mr. Jones is all over trying to make a move. He's got the soft tire compared to Presidio Dog, who came out on the medium tire. So J-Rod does have the tire advantage here, so it's very likely he's going to be around Presidio Dog in not too long of a time. All right, let's see. Let's watch some of this. Okay, Joey Canoli is around some of that lap traffic, and he's coming up on someone else here. Presidio Dog still in second. Mr. Jones in third. Tattooed Freak all the way up into fourth now. He still owes a pit stop, though, because those soft tires and fuel are not going to make it. So he'll likely lose out to a few of these drivers. There's Colin in fifth. I don't see a lot going on. There's Carbon Boy. Every time I see these two cars, I keep thinking they're on the same team because the liveries are the same colors, and I get myself confused. But I like those Sector 1 liveries. They'll look pretty nice. And there's Chevy in seventh. Now, I will tell you this now. In looking, we were trying to get a graphic ready for the end of this race to share with everybody the finishing order. But the graphic, I believe, is incorrect because Badass left first off the track, and I know that two other drivers were also disconnected, and they lasted longer, so the order is reversed. So if my boy Pix Tech is out there and you happen to see that, man, and you want to update that D2 finishing result, let me know. All right, so Joey Canoli, who is that in front of him? Is that? Oh, whoa! What happened there? Let's go back and see what happened here. There's Gorski. I think that's who. Yep, that's who's in front of. Oh no! And into the dirt. he mentioned I don't know how many times to make sure to bring a long chair and a Corona, and I don't think he was out there long enough to do it, to camp out there. So he's, whoa, these two got both a little bit out of sorts into into the corkscrew. Yikes. They both managed to save it, so good on those guys. All right, whew. All right. Oh, look, the pass has been made. You know what? Let's go back a minute here. Let's give Mr. Jones his overtake. There we go. Let's go on board, because this is an overtake for a podium spot. Let's give J-Rod his chance on the purple sector. Dives in. Presidio goes really wide. And it looks like J-Rod gets just such a good run out of the corner. He's going to dive inside. And look at those tires just stick. Presidio's like, okay, bye. Or is he? Presidio's looking like he might want to go in. Does he want to take out his teammate? Probably not. And there we go. So that is Mr. Jones up into P2. All right. Now, we'll just continue on from here. 40 minutes left in the race. And J-Rod up into P2. Presidio Dog doesn't really want to give up that spot. He's lingering there thinking maybe he can do something. I know that J-Rod asked me what tires I'm on, and when I told him, and then it probably made all the sense in the world to him why he was able to pull away. So let's go check down here. There's Tattooed Freak now in fourth, still going to the final corner, not pitting yet. So he still has about a quarter, just under a quarter tank, so about a little over an eighth of a tank of fuel left. He'll probably pit when he gets down lower on the fuel, and we'll see how that works out for him. Colin and Carbon Boy still about a second or two apart from each other on the track. Yeah, Jared, I wasn't going to let you. I wasn't going to miss that overtake. I guess that's one of the good things about the about doing a replay is you can rewind and go back and make sure people get their passes. I know there's some other passes, and I think I got those earlier. So, all right, Chevy in seventh, not doing too bad. He's out there on the soft tire now with 18 and a half minutes to go in the race. G-Man back into 8th. Venom all the way back into 9th, which is really strange for him because he is definitely a top 5 driver. So I can see scratches and paint on his car. So my guess is he tapped a wall or went off into the sand or something. Maybe he was trying to, maybe Igorski left his sunglasses in turn 6 and Nigel went off there to go get them for him or something. Who knows? We'll see. Anything can happen, right? All right, so Igorski in the top 10. RoboSport, now we're down to 11 drivers. All right, so Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh, looks like Freak is going into the pit, so we'll try to catch his, let's see if we can catch his pit stop. Pit stops are fun, and these Apex liveries are pretty awesome. I like the skull on the side of them. All right, so up front. Oh, wait, what was that? Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, so Robbo in the, let's see if we can go back and capture what happened there. So Robbo going up the hill. Did he just get late on the brakes? No, he's doing okay. Oh, nope, just got a little bit sideways there. And nobody coming down the hill, so he's safe. He is safe. All right, Joey Cannoli coming up, and there it goes. Nigel being lapped, so now only the top 7 drivers are on the lead lap. You know, Joey Cannoli sees Apex is coming out of the pits. Let's see how this looks from Joey's point of view. Hood cam, trail cam. Oh, look at that, setting the fastest lap. Currently, the fastest lap goes to Chevy on the screen with a 122.6. I mean, there's definitely faster lap times to be had on the track if you're not in BOP no tuning. But with BOP tune, it's hard to get down into those when we're in this division. The Division 1 guys, that's a whole nother story, where the aliens live. They're on another planet where physics doesn't apply to them as much as it does to the Division 2 guys. So, all right, so J-Rod in P2. So it's a 1-2-3 RWB leading the charge right now. J-Rod is coming up on lap traffic. I think that is Robbo. It is Robbo. Let's watch J-Rod as he gets through here. And oh no, Robbo goes around. So Presidio coming around the corner. Oh, that was close. Okay, that was very close. Let's see who else. There's nobody else coming up towards that, so we got to be careful there. That could have been really dangerous for either of the leaders to come down that hill and find a driver parked there. All right, Carbon Boy in and up to 5th place. Chevy up into 6th place. Still 11 drivers. Let's see, G-Man in 7th. Hi, G-Man. Tattooed Freak being shown the blue flag because the leader is... actually, is that the leader behind him? Who's that? I can't see if it's yellow or green. It's green, so I think that is... who's the green one? Yeah, oh, it's yellow. So, yeah, green. That's Joey Canoli. So the leader is about to put 8th place under the... under a lap. Mr. Jones, look at him go. Mr. P2. Presidio Dog in P3, trying to catch. And there is Colin. Just trying to keep going around the track, make sure we don't miss any spins. I'm watching for the blue triangles spinning around in circles or going off the white line. Now, Chevy's asking if he's keeping that fast lap time. The answer to your question is wait till the end of the race, and then you'll know. I'm not giving that away yet. But let me tell you who is really pushing for it. And Robbo goes around off the final turn. He's in the wall. For some reason, his car is wanting to go forward, not backwards. There we go. Get her in gear. Oh, careful, there's cars coming. Woo, that was right in front of an active driver. All right. Joey into the corkscrew. Not far behind. Hey, wait, what the heck? Hold on a second. How did Presidio Dog get in front? Okay, let's go find that one. There we go. Presidio Dog. Let's go back and find out. J-Rod just goes off in turn 1. Or the final turn. And he's got another car coming, so he's got to get the move on. That's Robbo Sport, so that's not... Oh, that's where Robbo Sport spun around, too. All right, so unfortunately, J-Rod goes to visit the sand. J-Rod, Gorski left his glasses in turn 7, not at the final turn. So that's where you were supposed to go find those. All right, so Presidio Dog up into 2nd, so still up front. Obi-Wan Canoli in 1st, still sitting behind Tattooed Freak. Presidio Dog is in 2nd. In 3rd, Mr. Jones. In 4th is Mr. Colin. Not Mockery. And there is Carbon Boy. G-Man is kind of close by, or was, a second ago. What just happened? Let me go back. Oh, I thought he was right there. Okay, never mind. It was a different triangle. There we go. There's Tattooed Freak and the leader coming up behind him. Now, Tattooed Freak is not obligated to just move out of Joey's way if Joey's not advancing on him. Joey seems to be content with just kind of... Here, let's go on board with him. Oh, who went off the track? Chevy went off track. What happened? And the corkscrew. Oh, his pause light's on. Oh, that was his disconnect right there. So he disconnected from the race, which means that Colin will have the fastest lap. There's your answer, Chevy. That was your answer. So you got to complete the race to be able to get the fast lap bonus, unfortunately. All right, so Joey Canoli's still up front. The sun seems to be getting ready to set pretty soon. Definitely some long shadows on the track. So the sun's going down, but at least it's nice and sunny out. So we got some sun on the track to warm things up a little bit. Presidio Dog in second, coming around turns 1 and 2, all kind of by himself. Same with J-Rod going in through 1 and 2, all by his lonesome. Let's see, Colin has got a solid 4th place going on right now. It doesn't look like he's going to have to pit. There's only like 12 minutes left in the race. Who's that that just went by? There's somebody on the track in front of Colin. Let's see if I can get it. That is a RWB car. Oh, that is... That... What the heck? Who is that? Oh, that's Chevy's disconnected car. Okay, that's why. And then he just disconnected. All right. That's what it was. That was weird. He was gone, but he was still there. Interesting. All right. Robbo. Gotta say, Robbo, I kind of dig that livery, man. That looks pretty cool. It looks very reminiscent of a Porsche Cup type livery, for sure. All right, let's see. Tattooed Freak. I think Joey Canoli got around him. Yes, he did. So Joey Canoli now only the top... oh, no. Tattooed Freak. Did he... Oh, he must have wrecked. Okay. So that means only the top 6 are on the lead lap now. So G-Man's on the lead lap, going down the corkscrew. Let's find out where Joey Canoli is, coming down the corkscrew as well. So Joey Canoli, a couple turns behind G-Man. Presidio Dog is still by himself, and there's J-Rod. Now J-Rod on the soft tire, he has an opportunity still to be able to catch Presidio, who's on the medium tire. So we'll see if he can make that work. Colin having a great run considering the difficulty he had at the beginning of the race, and is in 4th place. That's some good points. 4th place is 14 points. So or no, 13 points. I apologize. Look at that sunset. That was pretty. Carbon Boy in 5th. That'll be good enough for some 12 points. G-Man. All right, let's see. Where's Joey Canoli now? He is way up the hill. Oop, wrong car. Wrong way, sorry. Let's do another... let's do a little follow-along with Joey Canoli. He is really handling that car well. The lights are on, folks. The car headlights are on. It is that time of the day. The sun is going down. The car's headlights need to come on. And that is G-Man that Joey sees up there. So G-Man now is going to be the next person to be lapped by the leader, who is just on fire. So are his brakes, clearly. That looked cool. All right, and P2, that's Presidio Dog. He's running the yellow headlights. So each of the RWB drivers, or several of them, have chosen different winglet, side view mirrors, colors to help identify them. Presidio, myself, decided to throw some yellow wheels on it too, just to make it stand out a little bit more. And J-Rod, who designed it for us. Oh, J-Rod. Okay, well, we got to keep an eye on here. Hold on. J-Rod, who's that behind him? That's not Colin, is it? No, who was that? Carbon Boy? Who was that? Hold on, I got to figure out. Okay, oh, that's Nigel. I was like, wait a minute. We have an overtake happening. Okay. Now I'm with it. It gets a little bit confusing when you got 3 cars that are red, white, and black. Trying to keep track of which one is which. Now, I don't know if any of you... Oh, J-Rod threw the... Is he going to get a penalty there? Let's see if he gets a penalty for that. Where is he? There he is. No, he didn't. Looked like he just dove down through the corkscrew and took the whole... Like, he went through the dirt and all of it. But in any case, so these guys right here, Nigel and Ian, if you watched the GTC news broadcast earlier in the week on Friday, we interviewed these 2 guys who are the masterminds behind the World Cup series, and you definitely need to take a listen to that if you have interest in being in the World Cup. So, oh, RoboSport goes around and he's backing up into the track. Ooh, close. Cars coming up on him. Oh. All right. Smartly moves to the inside and gets out of the way. That was close. That could have been really bad for Venom. Oh. Oh, Robo. Robo goes around. Wait, who went around behind him? Who was that also was that... Okay, hold on. Let's go back and... So Apex coming around. Oh, he just caught the dirt too, and around he went. Oh, they both caught the dirt and just go around. Oh, that was some crazy little circumstance there. All right, look at this. Ogorski's saying, I'd like to get that spot back if you don't mind, sir. He's on a brand new set of soft tires, and he's got P3 right there in front of him, who's also on soft tires, but Gorski definitely has the better, fresher tires. Interesting. All right, so what we'll do right now again is we're going to start and do a little rundown of the course brought to you by HyPrix Graphics, who is doing all the graphics for GTC forever. We love him over there at Pickstack. Come visit us at discord.gtchampions.com if you want to hook up with him. He'll make you all kinds of stuff for a fee, of course, for your streams, for your videos, for sim racing and broadcast streams and overlays and all the other stuff. He'll take care of you. All right, so Joey Cannoli in first. He has passed a G-Man, so now only the top 5 drivers are on the lead lap right now. So there is your leader, Obi-Wan Cannoli, also known as RWB Joey Cannoli. Presidio Dog, that's me, in P2 coming down the corkscrew. And then RWB Team Captain Mr. Jones, a.k.a. RWB J-Rod, in P3. That car behind him is Igorski, one of the World Cup designers. He is actually a lap down right there. In P4 is Colin, showing how he can slide that tail around down the corkscrew and keep it together. In P4, we've got about 4 minutes left in this race, so looks like he's going to be doing just fine on the fuel to get there. Carbon Boy in P5 as he shoots down the corkscrew. He's got a lot of work to do to try to catch up to Colin. Colin is pretty far ahead by almost 2 corners. G-Man in P6. And he is doing just fine on the fuel and tires and whatnot. As a matter of fact, just to make sure we keep everything looking good here, make sure everybody knows what they're watching. This is the GT Champions HyPrix Porsche Cup. This is Division 2, Round 2 at Laguna Seca. And we're almost finished with this race. We've got Venom, the other World Cup designer in P7. Tattooed Freak, who had a rough start to the race, has climbed his way back up to 8th position. Gorski in 9th position, currently following the P3 of J-Rod. And last but certainly not least is Robbo, who has been showing up to all of the races and doing the best that he can, and he's really improving. Now, I don't know if any of you have noticed this. I try to watch all the drivers and kind of keep an eye on where they're at. Robbo's improved a lot in his driving style. He still has plenty of times where he's dealing with that corkscrew and things like that. But I've seen him in some of the other series. How do you say the plural of that? In other events, and he's definitely more stable and more methodical through his driving right now. So good on him, man. All right. We have got 2.5 minutes left in this race, and Joey Cannoli is way up front. Way up front. Presidio Dog is nowhere near. Someone is spinning around on the track right in front of Joey Cannoli. That was Robbo, but he's off the track, out of the way. Presidio Dog in P2. I'm heading up to the corkscrew here in just a minute. J-Rod still running in P3. That Gorski there borrowing his slipstream for a little while. Calling in 4th. And there is Carbon Boy running in 5th position. This really has been, and if you disagree, feel free to shout out. But this really, in my opinion, has been a race of attrition. It's the guys up front are the ones that have gone off the track the least amount of times. I don't think Joey Cannoli actually went off the track once at all, to be honest, as far ahead as he was. Badass had his number. I mean, he was gone. I don't know that Joey Cannoli ever would have caught him and would have been settling for 2nd place unless Badass made a mistake. But Joey Cannoli really doing really well. There is Nigel in 7th, Tattooed Freak in 8th, Ian Gorski in 9th, and Robbo. So let's go on the final lap. That will be the final lap, because when Joey Cannoli comes around, he is going to not make it around again. So he is going to cross the line with 1 lap to go. And we will follow him around, but that won't be the end of the race, because he crossed the line with time to go, but Presidio Dog is still in the corkscrew. That's how far back he is. Presidio Dog will not be able, from the looks of the timer, be able to make the line. We'll see if Presidio Dog can make the line for 1 more lap, but this might be the end of the race for everybody. So let's see as Presidio Dog comes through the final corner. That is Mr. Jones back there behind him. So the timer is over, so this will be the end of the race. Presidio Dog is going to come home with 2nd place. J-Rod's going to come home in 3rd. Congratulations. Colin, look at that. Colin and Carbon Boy caught up to each other. Carbon Boy is right there. Could this be a drag race to the finish? Who's going to get it? Does Carbon Boy get it? It's so close. And it's going to be Colin. Wait a minute. Was that a Gorski? That was a Gorski. Never mind. I thought it was... Okay, I thought it was Carbon Boy. I was like, how did he catch him? All right, Carbon Boy then is going to come across and get a top 5 finish. That's some great points right there. That's good enough for 14 points. Plus, Colin actually comes across in 4th, right, and gets the fastest lap bonus. So, all right, coming down into the final couple corners is going to be Venom, who is going to come across in P6. Tattooed Freak is in P7, but I think he's a lap down from him. But these guys will be finishing the race now. So there goes Nigel. There goes Apex. And G-Man coming down right now. It's going to have a penalty to burn off. And that, folks, is going to be that's going to be the race. And there's your winner, Joey Cannoli, who takes the checkered flag for round 2 of the Porsche Cup. Congratulations, my friend. Now, I have a tentative finishing position up here for all of you. This is the tentative. This is the wrong background. I apologize for that. There we go. All right. So those are your tentative. We still have to do the final stewarding of the race, but this would be your winner, Joey Cannoli, Presidio Dog in P2, and J-Rod in P3. Colin comes home with a P4 and the bonus point, so he gets the same amount of points that J-Rod got. So he overcome the 2-point deficit. Carbon Boy comes home in 5th with Venom, Tattooed Freak, G-Man, Agorski, and Robosport rounding out the top 10. Now, that positions 11, 12, 13, and 14, I believe, are reversed because it should have been the way whoever stays on track longest. All 4 of them had disconnects. And it's who disconnected first, which would have the last place. So the longer you stay in the race, the higher the order you go. So, well, like I said, we have to sort that out and get all of that sorted out, folks. So that's it for the race. And once again, reminder that check out HyPrix. If you need some graphics work done, they do graphics and liveries for Gran Turismo like we do here. Also for iRacing. Does designs, websites, all kinds of stuff. So check out Team HyPrix. They'll be happy to talk with you and get all your stuff together. All right, folks. Well, that's gonna do it for me. I'm your host, Chris, also known as Presidio Dog. It was a pleasure to have everybody here, and have a good one, folks.